Welcome to Clarke County High School for tonight's Friday night football action between the visiting Bulldogs from Luray and the Eagles of Clarke County High School. I'm Kyle Borg, and I'll have all the play-by-play for you here this evening right here on 102.9 FM, 610 AM WXVA Winchester. This is our high school football game of the week. Be sure to also follow along with Charles Harbaugh IV and Mark Mosley over on News Talk 1400 for our other game of the week. Both these teams, Luray 6-2 on the year, 2-2 in the Bull Run District. Clarke County also 6-2 and 2-2 in the Bull Run District. The difference is Clarke County on a 4-game winning streak, looking to push it to 5 here this evening against the Bulldogs, while Luray enters today with 2 straight losses, including 2 weeks ago to East Rockingham, 35-14, a team that Clarke County beat last week, 14-7, and last week for Luray, 26-23, a defeat to Strasburg after missing a 25-yard field goal late in the fourth quarter to lose that one by 3. Both these teams, again, 6 teams like to run the football. Luray on the year is averaging 357 yards, almost 358 yards per game on the ground, while the Clarke County defense is only allowing about 137 on the ground this season. So who's going to break here tonight? Will it be the Clarke County defense, or will it be the offense for the Bulldogs? Senior night here from Clarke County High School as they honored the seniors before the game, as we are just about 8.5 minutes away from the opening kickoff. Clarke County will take to the field here in just a few moments, as will Luray, as both teams have gone back to the respective locker rooms for final instructions from their head coaches. It's a cool October evening here in Virginia at kickoff. Our temperature is hovering somewhere around 52 degrees. Feels like 52. Only going to get colder as we get later and later into this one here tonight. Well, we'll step aside for just a few moments, and when we return, it'll be time for the opening kickoff right here on 102.9 The Valley FM. Welcome back to Clarke County High School for our high school football game of the week right here on 102.9 FM. I'm Kyle Borg here with you moments away from the opening kickoff between the Bulldogs from Luray and the Eagles of Clarke County High School. Both teams enter today again at 6-2 on the year. They are both 2-2 in the district respectively. And the winner of this game is going to take home nice seeding for the playoffs here in just a few weeks, as this year the seeding being done a little bit differently from years past. 8 teams are going to make the Region 2B playoff. It'll be a mixture of the standings from the Bull Run District along with the Virginia High School League Power ratings. And right now, as it stands, Luray ranks second in the region, but if Clarke County can pull out the win here in their final home game of the regular season, they would end up finishing higher than Luray in the Bull Run standings, and then would be also seated higher regardless of what the final VHSL ratings were. So Clarke County can pretty much wrap up a home game for the playoffs here if they're able to get the win tonight, but currently sitting in 4th place coming into the evening, and a few players to watch out for that we will have our eyes on all night long. Of course, star running back Kyler Darlington, who last week at East Rockingham rushed for 141 yards and a pair of touchdowns on 23 total carries for him. We'll see what his workload looks like here this evening. Likely going to be a heavy one as well. Of course, also keep your eye out for Carson Chin, both offensively but more so defensively. He has 88 tackles on the season and leads this Eagles defense, which beat Luray a season ago 14-0, and they currently lead the series 16-11 all time over the Bulldogs from Luray. So Luray not only looking to end that 2-game losing streak here this evening, also looking to avenge a shutout defeat from a season ago at the hands of the Eagles. On the Luray side of things, they are a pretty run-heavy team. Brady Jenkins is the main guy that's going to get a lot of the touches here tonight. 116 carries on the year for just shy of 1,000 yards at 913 and 8 total touchdowns. For those of you doing the math at home, that's about 8 yards a carry, or 7.9 if you want to be exact about it. And then he's followed up by Kenny Fry, who's gained 108 yards and also scored 8 times, and he's averaging just over 9 yards per carry on the season. And once again, the Bulldogs' total rushing offense for the year is at 357 yards per game, so that will be the main focus for the Clarke County defense. Luray's only attempted about 10 or so passes on the year, so we're not expecting a high-throwing air raid from the Bulldogs, but Clarke County able to not only run it, but they can also throw it. They're led by senior quarterback Matthew Sipe, who not only can throw the ball, he's got a nice arm, but he can also take off with it on the ground, a dual-threat quarterback, as he's very dangerous, and he will have to be corralled by this Luray defense if the Bulldogs want a shot at coming away victorious, and if they want to keep their top 2 rating in the Bull Run District right now. So the captains are going to get set to walk to midfield, and we will get ready for the coin toss here in just a moment, as the Eagles have taken to the field. They are in the all-blue jerseys with the white helmets this evening, and across the way, the Luray Bulldogs in the white jerseys, gray pants, with the maroon letters front and back, with the word Bulldogs written across the chest, maroon helmets as well. Clarke County will send the seniors, it looks like. Kyler Darlington, Matthew Sipe,
number 10,
Christopher LeBlanc, Tyler Samsum to
22, Kyler Darlington,
the midfield stripe. And on the other side for Luray, Timothy McClung stands there. Missed the other 2 numbers. 3 total captains for the Bulldogs of Luray. As the head official for this evening will communicate his pregame instructions to the captains, and then we will get the coin toss and the opening kick. So Luray, the visitors, of course, they're going to get to call the coin, and there it is in the air. It does appear that Luray may have won the toss. No? Let's see as they switch sides. Luray will receive the opening kickoff as Clarke County will kick right to left. So Luray going left to right here on your radio dial to begin this opening quarter of play from Clarke County High School. As both teams head back to their benches, and we will get set to roll with the Luray Bulldogs coming out on offense first here this evening. But first, let's pause for the playing of the national anthem.
From the Screaming Eagles Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Mark Curry.
So Clarke County will get set to kick it away here to begin this opening quarter. Final home game for the Eagles this regular season. Of course, once again, if they can win here tonight, likely wrapping up a home playoff game as well if they can knock off the Bulldogs from Luray and win their 5th straight game. Luray looking to snap a 2-game losing streak on the season to East Rockingham and Strasburg in their previous 2 matchups. Back to return for the Bulldogs, once again in white with the gray pants, are number 8 and 44. That is Draven Stevens and Brady Jenkins back deep as Chris LeBlanc, the kicker for Clarke County in the all dark blues with the white helmets, with the orange CC on the left-hand side of the helmet with the orange numbers on the other side, will get set to kick it away for Clarke County. 12 minutes on the first quarter game clock. The ball is up on the tee. The teams are set, and Chris LeBlanc will get us underway. Jenkins and Stevens back deep, and here we go. Ball's directed deep to the goal line, and it'll get back for a touchback over the head of number 8, Draven Stevens, and it will be a touchback, and here comes the Luray offense. The ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, working left to right are the Bulldogs from Luray. They like to run out of that wing T formation. Here's the first snap of the contest. It's off the side and up the middle, rather. And the ball came out, and Clarke County says they have it, and they do on the first play from scrimmage. It's a fumble for Draven Stevens. And Clarke County is going to take over with great field position. So that ball will go to the 20-yard line, and here comes the Clarke County offense for the first time here tonight. Sipe will have it with Darlington next to him. Here's the snap right to Darlington. They're going to hand it off on the end around. Booker coming back to the near side, and he is wrapped up and dropped for a loss. So second down and 11 coming up.
Number 6, Will Booker on the carry.
So Will Booker loses a yard on his first try. It'll be second down and 11. First quarter clock with 11:24 to go and counting. So Clarke County took over in plus territory after that first play fumble from their defense. This time Darlington next to Sipe on the right-hand side. This time it'll go to Sipe. He's back to pass. He'll fire. It's complete. Back up to the 20-yard line.
Passer number 5, Matthew Sipe, to number 2, Tyler Sampson.
Sampson with the reception. It'll be third down and 10. So they get that yard back.
Third down and 9 from the 19.
From the 19-yard line, third down and 10 to play. From where the Clarke County defense got the offense the football. See what they do here. Here's the snap right to Darlington. He's going to go off the right side, look to squirt through the middle. He does for a moment up towards the marker, and he's brought down a couple yards shy, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Number 22, Darlington on the carry.
It'll be about fourth down and 5 to go.
4th and 4.
Or fourth down and 4. And it looks like the Clarke County offense is going to stay out there. They need the 10-yard line for a first down. And now we will get a stoppage and a timeout as the play clock was down to 3. So let's take a quick break while we have a timeout, and we'll be back with the fourth down and 4 play for the Clarke County offense after this. No score here in the opening quarter, 9:47 to play. Clarke County offense getting set on the Luray half of the field, somewhere around the 14-yard line for a fourth down and 4. In plus territory after the turnover on the first play for the offense for Luray. So Clarke County now looking to convert on fourth down and 4. It'll go to Darlington. They need the 10-yard line. He's up the middle. He's got enough for the first down and more. He's inside the 10 to about the 7 for a first down. So the Eagles convert, and the ball moves inside the 10-yard line, so it'll be first down and goal for the Bulldog offense. He got to the 8, give him a gain of 6 on that one, so 2 carries for about 11 yards for Kyler Darlington. First down and goal from the 8-yard line. Clarke County threatening to score here early in the first quarter. Another direct snap to Darlington, again off the right-hand side. He's tripped up and brought down after a gain of maybe a yard.
Darlington on the carry.
Second down and goal.
Brings up a second down and 6.
Second down from the 6-yard line, so he was able to gain a couple that time. They'll be at the 6-yard line. Now Darlington moves to the right side of Matthew Sipe. And this time it'll go to Sipe. He'll fake right and roll out to his left, being chased. Still being chased. He's got to hurry. He's going to take off and run towards the goal line. Spinning is the end. Touchdown, Matthew Sipe. Clarke County strikes first.
Number 5, Matthew Sipe.
A 6-yard carry where he had to run about, we'll call it maybe about 30 extra yards as he went from right to the left as he had to roll all the way out and then up the sideline, made a couple of moves back in, spun near the goal line and was able to get it in. And now the extra point try, LeBlanc to make it 7-0. 8:24 to go on the clock. Here's the extra point try. It's up, and it is good. 7-0 Clarke County early in the first quarter.
The score is Clarke County 7.
Seven 7-0 Clarke County after converting on the turnover. 8:24 to play in the first quarter. LeBlanc getting set to send it back to the Bulldogs. Draven Stevens and Brady Jenkins are the two back deep to return. The last time LeBlanc kicked off, it was a touchback. And then on the first play from scrimmage, Draven Stevens coughed up the football and Clarke County's defense was able to recover. So after the touchdown by Matthew Sipe on the 6-yard quarterback keeper, here's the kickoff. And it'll be back deep again, and Stevens will let it bounce into the 25-yard line. Comes the football for play number 2 for the Bulldogs offense. Once again, fumbled on that first try. Let's see if they're able to keep the football this time, as Clarke County will look to continue the strong run of defense that they've had as of late. See who gets it this time. Jenkins, Fry, Stevens in the backfield. Lipscomb goes under center. There's the handoff. This time it goes to Jenkins, and he's able to gain about 2 to bring up second down and 8. With the clock now rolling at 8:10 to play here in the opening quarter. 7-0 lead for Clarke County. Luray's got the football on their own 27-yard line, moving left to right. Second down and 8 to play. Lipscomb under center. He'll give it off the left side again. Bursting out with it's Jenkins. Now he's off to the races. One man to beat and forced out of bounds across midfield. See where they spot it. At the Clarke County 48-yard line. So about a 30-yard run for Jenkins that time. It'll be first down and 10 in plus territory for Luray from the Clarke County 48. Oh, we got flags coming in. It'll be a false start, and that's going to move them back 5 yards. First penalty of the contest goes against the Bulldogs on the false start, and that's going to back them up to now their own 47-yard line. 7:40 to play. First quarter. Behind the chains now are the Bulldogs. Lipscomb goes back under center. Again, handing to Stevens off the left side, and he is brought down immediately by number 2, Tyler Sansom,
Tackle by number 2, Tyler
after
Sampson.
a gain of 2. Millbrook leads James Wood 6-0 right now. And Hanley leads Liberty by a touchdown, 7-0 in that one. 7-0 in this one, Clarke County leads. Second down and long. They're gonna turn. Again, this time up the middle goes the give. Getting out to the sideline, gonna stiff arm Sipe, and that is forced out of bounds. That's Kenny Fry with the carry. See where they spot it. They had it at their own 49. And now to the 27. 24-yard gain that time for Kenny Fry on his first carry. And it's another first down for the Bulldogs. 2 big runs on this drive have picked up first downs. They're down a touchdown, looking to score. They're going to turn and give. This time it's going to be a keeper. Number 11's got it. That's Lipscomb out towards the marker, and he's knocked out of play after a nice gain. As Chin out there to make the tackle for Clarke County. It'll be second down and 3 to go. Gain of 7 for Ryder Lipscomb. At time they faked the give to Stevens. And Lipscomb rolled out to his left and kept it. This time he's going to push the pile ahead himself on the QB sneak. Did he get enough for the first? He's going to be short. So he needed 3, only got 2, it looks like. And I'll bring up third down and 1 with 6:08 to go and counting. 7-0 Clarke County. However, Luray in plus territory nearing the 20-yard line. They're at the 23, or they're at the 18. They need the 17 for the first. This time they're going to turn and give again. It's Fry up the middle, looking to cut back up the middle inside, out to his left. Did he get in? He's going to be brought down at the 1. Touchdown saving tackle by number 1, Wilson Taylor, who was in to make the stop. It was a 17-yard score, or a 17-yard
tackle by number 1, Wilson Taylor.
Run. Here's the turn and the give up the middle. In for a touchdown for the Bulldogs. It's Kenny Fry.
Touchdown, Luray.
So Luray answers on their second drive with the extra point try, upcoming to tie things at 7. This will be the sophomore kicker, Jacob Choate, to try the PAT. Lipscomb will be the holder. Snaps down, kick is up, right down the middle. It's true. 7-7 the score here from Clarke County High School.
With 5:21 left in the first quarter, your score is Clarke County 7, Luray 7.
Aubrey Beer.
7-7 from Clarke County High School. Luray just answered the call after the Clarke County touchdown from Matthew Sipe. It was a touchdown for Luray from Kenny Fry to tie things up at 7 apiece here in the first quarter. 5:21 to play in the opening quarter from Clarke County High School. The returners are Booker and Wyatt Palmer for Clarke County, number 6 and 14 respectively. As we'll get set for Clarke County's second possession. So once again, it'll be the sophomore kicker to kick things away for Luray. And they're going to try an onside kick, but it is right into the waiting hands of number 51 for Clarke County.
Onside kick was recovered by Saya Tui Violala.
Tui Violala makes the recovery on the onside kick try. And Clarke County with 5:20 to go will have nice starting field position, just shy of the 50 at the 47-yard line. It'll be their own 47-yard line. And with the game tied at 7 apiece here in the first quarter, Matthew Sipe in the offense comes back out as he's got his signals from the sideline. He's got Darlington next to him on his left hip. Snap right to Darlington. He's going to go right, try and get through the pile. He can't do it. That's going to be no gain for Kyler.
Number 22, Darlington on the carry.
Darlington going nowhere on that carry. Nice job from the Luray defense that time to clog up the middle.
No gain on the play, brings up a 2nd and 10.
And Clarke County will have up 2nd down and 10 from their own 47-yard line. 4.5 to play now here in the opening quarter. Play clock's down to 10 seconds. Two receivers out wide to the left. Darlington and Sipe. Now they're going to split Darlington out. Sipe's going to keep it. He's back to pass under some pressure. He's going to roll to the near sideline, look to avoid a sack. He does. Now he's got to get rid of it. He does. Up the sideline and well out of play. Darlington was in the area. Oh, now we got a flag back where Matthew Sipe threw the football. And it's going to be roughing the passer. So tack on 15 and an automatic first down for Clarke County. 2 penalties in the game, both against Luray. And that one's going to cost them. And that's going to move the chains, it looks like, for Clarke County. Sipe was in some trouble. He avoided the first sack and then got it and threw it away and threw it well out of place, so nobody could even make a play on the ball. And then he stood in there and took a late hit. And that's going to move the football up to the 37-yard line. 1st down and 10 in Luray territory for the Eagles offense. 2 receivers split out wide to the right, just outside the numbers. Snap to Darlington. He's going to go right, try and get off his blocker, Sipe, and he's going to be thrown back. He's going to lose a yard. 2nd down and 11.
Loss of 1 on the play.
Darlington's carried the ball 5 times for 12 yards. Here in this one, 2nd down and 11 from the Luray 38-yard line. 4 minutes even now to go in the first quarter, and a tie game, 7-7. Clarke County was able to score on their opening possession after forcing a fumble from Luray on the first play of the game, and then Luray just answered moments ago on the ground as well with a rushing touchdown of their own. In Bulldog territory are the Eagles, moving right to left. Here's the snap on 2nd and long. Sipe's going to turn, looking to set up the screen to Darlington. It's off his hands and incomplete.
Number 5, Matthew Sipe's pass intended for number 22, Darlington, falls incomplete.
Darlington, the intended target. 3rd down and 11 as they tried to set up the screen play. And Matthew Sipe threw it just a little bit too high and out of the reach of his running back. 3rd down and long now with 3:35 to play here in the first. Everybody in tight to the formation now. Booker will take a couple of steps out wide. Sipe's by himself here on 3rd and 11 in the backfield. He'll take the snap. Looking to roll near side. Now he's got to get in some trouble. Avoids the first sack. Now launches it. Let's see, did it get back to the line? Is there a receiver in the air? There was Booker, so it won't be grounding, but it'll bring up 4th down and 11. We'll call Booker the intended target, and now Sipe 1 for 3 on the evening passing. And that'll bring out the punt team for Clarke County. 3:27 to go. See what they do here with Chris LeBlanc back to punt. The return man is Stevens, number 8. He's going to back up to his about this 9-yard line, his own 9. And now here's an end-over-end kick on a hop. Going to take a friendly roll for Clarke County, and they'll down it at the 6-yard line, it looks like. And that's where
6-yard line.
Luray will take over with 3:17 to play here in the first quarter. First down and 10 from their own 6-yard line. That's where the Bulldogs will have to start. Nice punt from Chris LeBlanc to pin the Bulldogs back deep. Couple of big runs for Luray on that last possession. A 24-17 and a 30-yard run for their running backs got them in prime position to score. And they were able to capitalize on that. So from their own 6-yard line, first down and 10, Luray's going to march left to right here. They're going to give it off the left-hand side to big number 44. That's Brady Jenkins. He's got a nice medium gain of about 5 or so yards. We'll see where they mark it with 3 minutes to play now. Second down coming up. And they'll say actually he got 7. Second down and 3 for Brady Jenkins. Once again, Lipscomb under center. He's going to turn and keep it again off the left side, and he's brought down from behind by number 1. Once again, Wilson Taylor able to run him down, but not before he was able to pick up 3 and a first.
Wilson Taylor.
First down and 10. From their own 27 here. Near side, this is Fry looking to shed a tackler, but Booker wraps him up, brings him down. We'll call it a gain of 11 and a first down.
Tackle made by number 6, Will Booker.
Kenny Fry having a nice night on the ground so far. He's also the man with the touchdown. Tied at 7 here late in the first. 2:09 to play and counting. Luray going left to right after they held the Clarke County offense, and they had to punt it away. Now a little bit more breathing room for the Luray offense from their own 39-yard line. Here's the snap. Now he's going to be back to pass for just the 11th time this year. He's got a man open, and it's caught. Guess who? It's Brady Jenkins. He's got it at the 41-yard line of Clarke County.
Tackle made by number 5, Matthew Sipe.
A gain of 19. First down and 10. In Clarke County territory now with 1:25 to play. Spotted just shy of the 40. Off the left side again, trying to make a move, but can't avoid his defender once again. Who's in on the tackle? It's Taylor.
Number 11, Carson Chin.
Jenkins able to gain a nice chunk here. Now 60 seconds remain up to the 37-yard line. Gain of about 4 that time. He'll bring up second down. It's 6 to play, under a minute to go now. Clock down at 50 seconds. Here's the snap to Lipscomb. Up the middle they go with Fry. And the Clarke County defense swarms all over that. And he'll gain about 2, and that might be the last play of the quarter. Tied at 7 here. See what they do. Ball at the 35-yard line of Clarke County. 20 seconds to go in the opening quarter. See if Luray wants to take a snap. There's about a 2, maybe 3-second difference between the play clock and the game clock. And now they're going to get to the line with 6 seconds to go. And they drew him offside with 2 seconds left in the first quarter game, or the first quarter game clock. First penalty for Clarke County is going to be An offside call.
Offside called against Clarke County.
And it'll be a first down and 10 as the first quarter comes to a close. Luray's got the football at the 20-yard line of Clarke County. We're tied at 7. We will be back with more after this on 102.9 FM. .12 minutes on the second quarter game clock. First down and 10 going right to left are the Bulldogs of Luray. They're on the 20-yard line. They're going to give it to Fry. And Fry stood up on first down after picking up 2. So another run on first down, bring up second down and about 8 to go.
Number 52, Olafi Saki. Number 11, Carson Chin. Number 14, Wyatt Palmer.
Palmer and Chin were there to combine to make the stop. Second down and 8. From just inside the 30-yard line for Luray, going right to left here. Tied at 7, second quarter. Again to Fry, getting through that right side of the line again, and he's able to get near the marker for, call it a gain of maybe 6 or 7 to come up about a yard shy.
Tackle man, number 75, Logan McIntyre.
Call it a gain of 7. Fry been the main man so far on the ground for the Bulldogs of Luray. Third down and 1 in Clarke County territory. Did they get him? Again, they did. They got him offside for the second time on this possession. Move him up 5 yards and an automatic first down. So 2 offside penalties in the last about 4 plays for Clarke County's defense. And the clock will roll 10:47 up to the 21-yard line of Clarke County. For the Luray offense, they'll need the 11-yard line to convert. And they're inside the 20 now at the 16. Ball's on the turf, but they were able to recover. The quarterback falling on that one as Lipscomb had to jump back on that. Bring up third down. Or excuse me, bring up second down. Because they lost 2 that time. Here is the snap. He's going to keep it. That's Lipscomb out to the right side. He's got a block. Sheds the tackle of Booker. Down to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Lipscomb, the quarterback keeper on the rollout, is going to score from 19 yards out. And give Luray a lead for the first time here this evening in the second quarter, early in the second quarter. PAT try pending. Here is the extra point. It's up, and it is just inside that right upright And it is good. 14-7 the score, 9:46 remaining here in the first half.
9:45 left in the second quarter. Your score is Luray 14, Clarke County 7.
(14-7) Bulldogs of Luray have the lead. Clarke County getting set to get the football back with 9:45 in the first half.
14 Wyatt Palmer deep to return.
Clarke County was forced to punt their last time out on offense. Palmer and Booker, the two men back deep to return for the Eagles of Clarke County. Luray's got a 7-point lead. They started out slow and have scored on their last two possessions. Fry, the first one on the ground. Lipscomb able to scamper in from 19 yards out. And this time, a little pooch kick over top. It's fielded by Clarke County. Backwards they go, now splitting up the field past the 30 to the 35.
Number 86, Landon Roper on the return.
Goes Roper on the return. And Clarke County will start from their own 35-yard line. First down and 10, down by a 7-point deficit with 9:38 to go in the second quarter. See if the Clarke County offense can get something rolling here on this possession and tie this thing up at 14. Sipe and Darlington in the backfield. Couple receivers split out wide to the left as Clarke County now marches left to right. Snap Sipe, going to give it off to Darlington. He's going to come back near side now. Cuts back upfield. He's wrapped up. Clarke County wants a face mask call. They're not going to get it. I think he got the inside of the jersey, not the face mask. But you can hear the crowd and the bench unhappy with that no call. And now bring up second down and 7 after 3-yard pickup by Darlington. So Darlington trying to get something rolling. His longest run so far is about 6 yards.
Yeah, right in front of you.
Sipe gonna go all by himself in the backfield. Darlington's the wide man to the near sideline. Sipe's gonna keep it. He's gonna go up the middle. He's gonna be stuffed for a moment and then able to gain some positive yards up past the 40 to the 42. So Sipe, the second effort, brings it up to a 3rd down and 4 as he's able to gain about 3 yards. So a 3rd down coming up for Clarke County. Down 14-7, 8:20 to go, second quarter to play here from Clarke County High School. The Eagles going left to right, looking to tie this thing up. Darlington with Sipe, the quarterback, in the backfield. And it's going to be a false start on number 2, Tyler Sansom, and that's going to back him up 5 yards. He just lost his footing and fell forward.
False start called against the Eagles.
And that'll put them in a 3rd and long situation. Make it 3rd down and 9. They're going to need to get to about the 45
Timeout
for a first down.
First of the half.
Timeout by Luray, their first of the half. It's 14-7. Luray on top here in the second quarter. Hanley and Liberty are all knotted up at 14 apiece. And Millbrook holds a lead over James Wood in the second quarter in that one as well. It'll be a 3rd down and long coming up for the Clarke County offense. as the defense has surrendered 2 straight touchdowns to give up what was a 7-0 lead, now becomes a 14-7 deficit. And the Luray defense looking to get off the field for the 2nd straight drive after the false start on the Clarke County offense pushed them back from 3rd down and short to a 3rd down and about 9 to go. They're going to need the 45-yard line to convert here. Ready to go out of the Luray timeout. 2 receivers out wide. Now they're going to swing Darlington out there. Back to pass. Now he's got all day. He's going to wind up and fire, and it is caught by Will Booker. He's still out going down the sideline. He's going to score. Touchdown, Clarke County. You've got to be kidding. A 63-yard strike on 3rd down and 8 makes it a 1-point game. And Clarke County answers the call that time. Will Booker going up in double coverage to make the catch. On 3rd and long, Sight just threw it up, and somehow Booker was able to come down with it, keep his feet in bounds down the sideline, turn, and he was off to the races. A 63-yard strike. Here's the extra point try. We are tied at 14 with 7:50 to go in the first half. Tied at 14 here in quarter number 2, 7:50 left on the first half game clock. Clarke County on a 3rd down and long, able to connect from Sipe to Booker on a 63-yard strike to tie the game up at 14. Booker went up in double coverage and made the catch, kept his feet in bounds down the far sideline, turned the corner, and there was nobody that was going to catch him. He could have walked into the end zone if he wanted to. And he ties the game up at 14. So LeBlanc puts the ball back on the tee, and Luray is going to get set to come back out on offense. Stevens, the deep man, along with Jenkins. LeBlanc 2 kickoffs today, 3 kickoffs now, and that one will be fielded for another touchback, the 3rd touchback for Chris LeBlanc, and that will bring the ball out to the 20 for the Luray offense. So ball out to the 20-yard line for 1st down and 10 with 7:50 to play here in the half. Tied at 14, Luray is going right to left now. Late sub had to run off the field, and they just got him off. And a shallow gain up the middle for 44, Brady Jenkins. Only got 2, I believe, maybe 3. See where they spot him, shy of the 25-yard line. So it's a 3-yard gain. Second down and 7 from the 23-yard line. Again, near side, going nowhere, running right into the pile is Brady Jenkins. Able to gain a couple, however.
Number 2, Tyler Sampson, and number 4.
Another 3-yard gain, it looks like, to bring up 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 3, rather. They're going to give him 4 on that carry. And it'll bring up 3rd down for the Luray Bulldogs. They need the 30 to convert here on 3rd and short in a 14-14 game. The snap, they're going to give. Fry able to get 4 on the carry that he needed 3. Got an extra yard and a first down. Kenny Fry about 59 yards rushing on the evening so far. First down and 10 coming up from the 31-yard line for the Bulldogs. Their own 31-yard line. 6:25 to play in the half. All tied up at 14. Under center. Here's the snap. They're going to give. Going to go off far side, and he's dropped for a loss. Who'd they give that to? Once again, they gave it to Fry. No gain, they're going to say, for Kenny. On his 9th carry of the half, he'll stay at 59 yards.
Tackle by number 14, Wyatt Palmer. Number 11, Carson Chin.
Chin and Palmer were in on the stop for the Eagles defense.
And number 59, Matthew Tapscott.
Second down, 10 to go from the 31-yard line. Their own 31. And they're going to come near side with it. That's Stevens as he reaches, or excuse me, Jenkins as he reaches the ball out to try and gain a couple extra yards.
Flag on the play.
And there's a flag that's going to bring it back. And it's going to be a hold.
Holding called against Luray.
3rd penalty for Luray. Going to negate that carry. And we'll back them up to the 21-yard line. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 20. Second down and very long. Behind the chains are the Bulldogs. From their own 21-yard line now. They're going to pitch it out to the far side. It's Jenkins. He's tripped up initially, I believe. That was number 14 for Clarke County, Wyatt Palmer, who was in there to get his hands around the legs of Jenkins to trip him up. And he will be dropped for a loss of 2, or did they say he gained a couple? 3rd down. They're going to say he was able to gain a couple of yards. 3rd down and very long for Luray. And now the second charge timeout taken to avoid what would have been a false start penalty, I believe, for Luray. So they're down to 1 timeout remaining here in the half. Third down and long out of the Luray timeout. Tied at 14, 4.5 to play. Second quarter, just over 4.5 minutes to go before the half. Taking the snap. He's still got it. That's the quarterback, Lipscomb. He's going to fire, and the pass is caught. And going nowhere is Kenny Fry. And there's a flag back deep. And that's going to be roughing the passer on Clarke County. Oh, my. That's going to hurt the Eagles, and that's going to move the chains for Luray. Our second roughing the passer call here in this ball game. We'll move the ball up the field 15 yards for the Bulldogs and give them a fresh set of downs. So now the ball will be spotted at the 39-yard line. And it'll be first down and 10. After the automatic first down penalty, first down and 10 from the 39. Off the side, or actually up the middle, they gave it to Stevens. He only gained a couple.
Number 4, Sam Good, and number 11, Carson Chin.
Chin was in there to make the stop. Give him a gain of 2. Second down and 8 coming up from their own 41-yard line. Once again, Luray marching right to left in the white jerseys and the gray pants with the maroon helmets. And we're tied at 14 here in the second quarter. In the shotgun this time, a different look. It's going to be a give off the middle. Jenkins is going to keep it, and he's going to get ahead for a gain of 9 and a first down.
Just destroy him.
Number 2, Tyler Sampson. Number 4, Sam Good. And number 11, Carson
So first down at the 50-yard line for the Luray offense here with 3 minutes to play in a tie ball game in the first half. It's been a long possession for Luray. Jenkins in that little Wildcat set. Now he's going to give it. Far side goes Fry. Sheds the first tackler up the sideline, pushed out of bounds near the sticks. And we'll see. Oh, actually a little bit shorter. It looks like that spot's going to be about 4 yards short. So give him a gain of 6 for Kenny Fry. Second down and their second down and 2 actually gave him 8 on the play, rather, excuse me. So second down and 2 in plus territory now are the Bulldogs of Luray. Again, they're going to have Jenkins take this snap. And now off the left side, he's going to keep it. Look to go back up the middle. Still on his feet, shedding some blocks, and Matthew Sipe finally able to bring him down
Tackle made by number 5, Matthew Sipe.
at the 35-yard line.
220 pounds. You're not bringing him down with an arm.
Gain of 7 that time. First down and 10 from the Clarke County 35-yard line. It's where they will spot it. Now Lipscomb back there to take the snap again. He's going to keep it. Again, going to roll and keep it outside on the right sideline. Chugging along up near the 20, I believe, is where they will spot it. Maybe just shy. So it looks like at the 21, so a 14-yard gain for Lipscomb. First down and 10 now at the Clarke County 21 for the Luray offense, who kept the drive alive with the Clarke County roughing the passer penalty. Oh, he got movement up front. Somebody flinched.
False start card against Luray.
That's going to back them up 5 yards. So Clarke County able to get 5 of those yards back to put them behind the sticks, and a first down and 15 coming up for the Bulldogs of Luray. 1:44 and the clock will begin to roll now on the referee's signal right before halftime. We're tied up 14 apiece. Luray's got 1 timeout remaining. Clarke County has 2 here in the half. Luray's got the football in Clarke County territory. First down and 15 after the penalty. He's going to turn, keep it, look to get out to the right. He does, finds a couple of blockers, and then he'll get back to maybe the original line of scrimmage. I believe he got 5 on that play to make it second down and 10. I think he got back to the 20. He did. So the quarterback able to get those 5 yards back for his offense. Second down and 10 from the 20-yard line of Clarke County coming up. Lipscomb going back under center. Fry, Stevens, and Jenkins are the 3 backs down behind him. It'll be to Jenkins. Off the left side, didn't get a whole lot, got 2. 3rd down and 8.
You gotta keep him out of it.
3rd down and 8 to go coming up. Liberty leads Hanley 21-14.
Number 1, Wilson Taylor.
Here, this one tied at 14 just before the half. We're under a minute to play, 55 seconds and counting. Ball is on the Clarke County 19.
Football.
3rd down and 8. They need 8 yards. They got to get to the 11 for a first. It was a roughing the passer penalty that kept the drive alive. They're back to pass again for the 2nd time tonight. Firing, and it is caught at the 8-yard line by number 34, Braden Ansell, for a gain of 11. So 1st down with 1 timeout to go. 27 seconds remain here in the half. Clock rolling. They're not going to use the timeout. Again, back to pass. They're going to fire it out to the right, and it is incomplete. He was looking for his tailback, Brady Jenkins.
Key on the guy you're supposed to.
15 seconds to go. 2nd down and goal from the Clarke County 8-yard line. And an injured Eagle will walk off the field. So the clock stops after that incomplete pass. And we'll see. So now back-to-back passes for Luray. Entering today, they only threw the ball 2 times. They've thrown, or 10 times on the year. They've thrown it 3 times here tonight. Back to that look with Jenkins, who's going to take the direct snap. He will give it to Fry. No, he doesn't. He keeps it. And now they will have to burn a timeout with 7 seconds left here in the half.
Timeout, Luray.
So they move it to the 5-yard line, maybe the 6, where they're going to stay at the 5. So 3-yard gain for Jenkins for his 12th carry of the half. No timeouts remain for Luray. 7.4 seconds to play. They got the ball at the Clarke County 5-yard line. They took over with 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the quarter after Clarke County was able to tie it up on a 63-yard strike from Sipe to Booker. But here, the last 7 minutes and 43 seconds have been Luray driving down the field, and it was kept alive on a 3rd down and long by a roughing the passer penalty, which gave him an automatic 1st down, and the ball that was at the 21-yard line gave it to him at the 39-yard line and gave him some breathing room. So here we go. 7 seconds left, no timeouts remaining. It is going to be the same look with Jenkins as the quarterback. He's going to take the snap. Now he's back to pass. No, he's going to step up. He's going to run. He is going to be dragging his defender into the end zone for a Bulldogs touchdown with no time remaining on the clock. And an extra point try upcoming to give him a 7-point lead going in to the half. So extra point try, and then we will get to the break. Kick is up, and it is good. 21-14, Luray on the road has a 7-point lead here on senior night at Clarke County. Up and down they go, running the ball mostly on both sides. It was Clarke County scoring first, then 14 unanswered from Luray, followed up by a 63-yard completion from Sipe to Booker to tie it up, and now The 5-yard scamper from Brady Jenkins gives them the lead. Luray Bulldogs 21, Clarke County Eagles 14 here at the break. We will step aside and be back with the halftime show brought to you by Laurel Ridge Community College in just a moment on 102.9 The Valley FM, 610 AM WXVA Winchester.
Three wayward sisters, hand in hand, hostess of the sea and land. We shall reveal your fate at last, in prophecies made in our past. Behold the rise and fall of the king, while others simply dance and sing. The blood on your hands is the weight of your sins, as madness now begins. From the forest sound the drums as something wicked this way comes.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw, eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog, double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. The evil deeds seen from above, done out of greed or out of love.
The deed is done as was foretold. Behold the bloodied crown of gold. As was foretold, the bell shall ring to crown the new and bloodied king.
Back here at halftime, which is brought to you by Laurel Ridge Community College. Luray leads Clarke County 21-14 here at the intermission. Third quarter getting set to come at you in just a few moments. But once again, let's go ahead, recap that first half. Clarke County kicked it away to start the game to Luray. They started with the ball at their own 25-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and it was a fumble for Draven Stevens. After losing 5 yards, he put the ball on the turf, and Clarke County was able to take advantage of it with the ball at their own 20-yard line, and ultimately it led to a 6-yard score from Matthew Sipe to give Clarke County a 7-0 lead. Next possession, it was the big runs, a 30-yard run from Jenkins, a 24-yard run from Fry, a 17-yard run from Fry, and then he took it in from a yard out to give the touchdown over to his team and tie things up at 7 apiece. And then Clarke County came down, was forced to punt. Luray took the ball back down the field, and it was a Ryder Lipscomb 19-yard scramble for a touchdown on a rollout to the far sideline. And he just ran up the sideline, put his shoulder down, and spun around a little bit and found himself at the pylon and across the goal line to give Luray a 7-point advantage. Next possession for Clarke County. It was a 3rd down and 8 after a false start penalty. After being in 3rd and short, took him to 3rd and long, and Clarke County dialing up the long ball. Matthew Sipe able to connect with Will Booker on a 63-yard score. He threw it into double coverage. Booker went up, won the battle, stayed in bounds, turned the corner, and there was nobody that was going to be anywhere near close to catching him, and he took it in from 63 yards to tie things up at 14. Sipe 2 for 4 with a touchdown in the first half, passing 64 yards in the air. And then just moments ago before the half, it was a nice 7-minute, 50-second drive from the Bulldogs of Luray, and it was capped off with a 5-yard run from Brady Jenkins for his first touchdown of the game to give Luray the lead at 21-14. And that's where we stand right now from Clarke County High School on senior night. for the Eagles. Playoff implications could be on the line for both teams. Go ahead, get you that information again. Talked about it a little bit in the pregame, but 8 teams are going to make it from the Bull Run in the Region 2B state tournament, and it will be a mixture in the standings for the Bull Run, as it will be seeded based off of where you finish, of course, in the district, but also combined with where you finish in the VHSL rankings. Luray currently rated second in Region 2B, but with a Clarke County come-from-behind victory here tonight, they currently sit 4th. They would end up finishing higher than Luray in the standings, which would also seed them higher no matter what happens in the VHSL standings and over the next few weeks as we begin to wind down the season before playoff time. So Clarke County with a win could most likely lock up a home playoff game, but if not, they would have to go on the road, and Luray would end up finishing higher than them. So a lot on the line, not only the 5-game win streak for Clarke County and the 2-game losing streak looking to be broken for Luray, but again, the playoff seedings. It's going to be a long second half for both sides, and this could have a big impact down the stretch. Clarke County set to receive. They will go left to right in the all-blue uniforms with a white helmet, white numbers on the jerseys, orange CC and a number on either side of the helmet. Luray in the white jerseys, gray pants, maroon letters and numbers front and back of the jerseys with the word Bulldogs written across the chest, and the maroon helmets for them. They will kick off 12 minutes on the third quarter game clock. Luray has a 7-point lead, and Clarke County is looking to answer. Second half is underway. A little onside squib kick, and it'll be on the turf, but picked up by Clarke County, and they will start at their own 30-yard line, down by 7. We will see what Matthew Sipe and the offense can do here in the second half with a deficit. As they break the huddle and are ready to roll here in half number 2 from Clarke County. Sipe and Darlington in the backfield. We'll see what they do on the first play from scrimmage here in half number 2. It'll be a snap to Sipe. He's back to pass. He's looking right. Fires out there. He's got Booker. Makes the first man miss. He got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Second down and 10 coming up for Matthew Sipe. So again, from their own 30, they will come out in second down and 10 to go after the completed pass on the screen out wide to Will Booker went nowhere. He did avoid losing some yardage by making the first man miss. Darlington and Sipe in the backfield, both ready for the snap. It's going to go to Darlington. He's going to come up the middle, and he will be tripped up across the 35, where he will gain about 5 yards to bring up third down and 5. Not the best day for Darlington on the ground. 7 carries, 20 yards, nothing bigger than a 6-yard gain on his second carry. We haven't seen a big run from Darlington yet, and I say yet. He is due to break one off here at any time. He's very dangerous in the backfield. He's the leading rusher on this team for a reason. Third down and 5 coming up. Snap goes to Sipe. He's back to pass again. He's going to fire it out, and it's off the hands of the defender. That's number 44. That's Brady Jenkins tipping it, and it's incomplete. Fourth down and 5 coming up. And that will bring out the punt team, I believe, in Chris LeBlanc. The offense will jog off the field. Not the start you want if you are the Clarke County offense. Down to 9 seconds on the clock. LeBlanc's got to hurry. The deep man is Stevens. Big right-footed punt, end over end, a booming kick. Fair catch called for and completed by Draven Stevens. Inside the 25-yard line to the 23 is where Luray is going to start their first possession of half number 2 and quarter number 3. They have a 21-14 advantage over Clarke County with 10:20 to go in quarter number 3. If you're Clarke County, you don't want to go down by 2 scores. You don't want to give up any points here on this drive, as Luray will come out in that formation with the quarterback under center, 3 running backs behind him. They're going to give to Jenkins. He's going to move the pile, all 220 pounds of him, to pick up 4 yards. We'll call it 4. Second down and 6 coming up as he nears 100 yards rushing. He's up to 85 here this evening. Second down and 6 from their own 27-yard line. They need the 33 to convert for a first down. Lipscomb goes back under center with Stevens behind him. They're going to give it off to Fry, however, and he is going to burst up the middle for a big chunk of change and a first down up to the 39-yard line for a gain of 12. Booker was able to bring him down, but not before he picked up 12 and a first. So Luray continues to move the football on the ground. They've only attempted 13 passes on the year. They had 10 coming into tonight, 3 so far through the air this evening. False start, that's going to back them up by 5 yards. 5th penalty of the contest for the Bulldogs for 40 yards in penalties going backwards. They had 190 yards roughly on the ground in that first half for a team that's averaging 357 on the ground a game. Clarke County had only been giving up about 137, so well over that average in that first half for the Clarke County defense. Snap to Lipscomb. Up the middle for Fry. And he's brought down immediately after picking up a couple. So second down coming up.
Number 1, Wilson Taylor, and number 59, Matthew.
He got 4 that time. So Fry up to 80 yards rushing. From their own 38. Gonna give it up the middle again. Who was that time? Stevens had the carry on second down and 11 to bring up third down and medium. Just called third down and 6, just about. So we get a 5 for Stevens to put him in positive rushing yards here today. 6 yards to go. They need the 49. And another offside call. Or is it? Let's see. It is offside, so that'll move it to third down and 1. Clarke County, not what you wanted. On 3rd and 6, a false start. Of course, the Clarke County faithful in front of the press box here thought it was a snap infraction, thought the center moved the ball, which drew him offside, but the referees didn't see it that way. So now third down and 1. Lipscomb's going to take it. He's going to keep it. Roll out to the left. He's going to put his shoulder down through Wilson and pick up the first as he gains 4, which is more than enough for a first down. Ryder Lipscomb crosses the 50-yard threshold on rushing. He's up to 52 now. And a first down and 10 on the positive side of the 50 at the Clarke County 48 as Luray moves right to left. Now Lipscomb's going to go over to the sideline, get the play call in from his coach with the play clock winding down at 15 seconds. Now he's got to hustle in and get it in to his team. 6:55 to go on the third quarter game clock. 10 seconds now and counting on that play clock, down to 5. Gotta hurry. 3, 2, he got it off. Pitch out wide, ball's on the turf. Who's got it? It's Jenkins recover it. I believe he did. 4-yard loss for Stevens. Big collision. Stevens is shaken up in the huddle. But it looks like he's going to be okay and stay in. And now they're going to bring the trainers out, I think, or they'll let him walk off the field due to the coaching staff on that far sideline. So he lost 4, but recovered the fumble. It was a good pitch. He just never really handled it. So 2nd down and 14. Up the middle, Stevens stays with it. He gets those 4 yards back, plus 1. He gains 5 to bring up 3rd down and 9.
Tackle made by number 4, Sam Good, number 11, Carson Chin.
Third down and 9 in Clarke County territory from the 47-yard line. Luray up a touchdown, looking to tack onto that here in the third quarter. Here's the snap on 3rd and 9. They're going to give it off the right side. That's Fry. He's wrapped up. He's able to gain 3, and that'll bring up 4th down. Fourth down and 5, I think. 4th and 6, rather. From the Clarke County 44-yard line. 4th down and 6 with snap to Fry out wide. Oh, he's got the first down and more. See where they spot him at the 33-yard line with 4:40 to go. An 11-yard gain on 4th down and 4 for Kenny Fry. Up to 94 yards rushing now. 1st down and 10 coming up from the Clarke County 38-yard line for the Luray Bulldogs, who are looking to take a 2-score advantage in this one. They're up 21-14. They have taken 6 minutes off this clock in the third quarter already, keeping the ball on the ground. Now the handoff. It's Jenkins. Sheds the tackle. He's off. He's going to not be caught towards the pylon, and he's in for a touchdown. A 33-yard scamper for Brady Jenkins, and his 2nd touchdown of the contest. He's now up to 114 yards rushing. Here comes the PAT try to make it 28-14 if the kick is successful. Here's the kick. It is up, and it is good. 28-14. Luray on top of Clarke County here in the third quarter. Clarke County to get the football back here, down 28-14. Here in quarter number 3. 4:07 to go in the third.
Number 6, Will Booker back to
So Clarke County will look to answer and cut the deficit in half. See how far they kick this one. They've had a couple of onside tries and a couple of squibs, but haven't recovered anything. So Luray to kick it away. This time they'll go deep. And it is fielded by Booker. Hesitating, now looking to score through the middle. Up towards the 25. And knocked back, see where they spot him.
Booker on the return.
Not a big gain from Booker that time. First down and 10 from the 24-yard line of Clarke County. So the Eagles, who will go left to right here, down 28-14 with under 4 minutes to play in the third. They need 2 scores to tie, but they can't get it all back at once. Here is the first snap. It is to Darlington. He's going to come to the near side, trying to fight through the pile. Can't do it, but he's able to get a yard. Second down and 9 coming up.
Number 22, Darlington on the carry.
Only a matter of time for Kyler Darlington to break one for a big gain, but he hasn't done it yet tonight. And if there was ever a time for Kyler Darlington to dial up one of those big runs, it would be right now. Try and get some momentum going for the Eagles. Sipe this time, back to pass. He's looking, he's got Booker. Booker's taken down, and there is no flag. And Clarke County is beside themselves right now. Oh my. Not sure how that isn't a flag. Booker had his defender beat, and they might have got tangled up, but still a flag should have been thrown. Third down and 9 now for Clarke County. Wow. And I think Clarke County has every right to be upset about that no call. Booker threw a nice ball to, or Sipe threw a nice ball to Booker too. Might have been a little bit too far out in front, but nonetheless, it was a nice throw. Quickly now, pass completed to Sansom, trying to set up the screen. And he didn't get anything. Bring up fourth down.
You don't need time to throw the go route. 1-2, let it go. We got a better chance than that.
And the punt unit comes back out.
Give him a chance.
LeBlanc takes the snap. Now he's going to take off down the sideline. He's able to tiptoe, stay in bounds. He's got enough, and he avoids the big hit, drags the defender for extra yards, nearing the 45-yard line, and that's a gutsy call on fourth down and 9 in your own territory, but it worked. A first down coming for the Clarke County offense, and they're going to keep possession of the football. The senior punter, Chris LeBlanc, with a big gain up to the 44-yard line. So that was almost a 20-yard run for the punter. They're going to split Darlington out wide. Sipes back to pass. He's going to avoid the first tackle. Now he's going to throw it towards Darlington, but he throws it away instead to bring up second down. And Sipe is going to live to see another down. He's yet to have been sacked, been close a couple times, but Sipe has been very slippery in the backfield and has done a nice job avoiding the hits from the Bulldog defense. 2:07 to play, third quarter. Sipe again, back to pass. Gonna dial up another deep ball, and that time it's over the head of Booker. And it'll bring up third down.
Pass and 10 for number 6, Will Booker.
3rd and 10. So after picking up a first down on the fake punt, it's 2 straight incompletions, makes him 3 for 10. Or 4 for 10, excuse me.
Dude, if I'm Matthew, I'm looking at the coach and say, I'm calling my own game. Just call. He's the thing. What are you going to do? Take him out?
Fourth down, or 3rd down and 10, 2:02 to go. Sipe in the backfield by himself. He's back to throw again, avoiding the pressure, rolling to the far sideline, going to lay it off, and it's through the hands of his receiver. He was looking for Wyatt Palmer, who just didn't catch the football. And once again, here comes Chris LeBlanc out to possibly punt things away. 1:56 to go, 3rd quarter, 28-14. Luray on top right now. Ball on their own 43. That's going to be a high spiraling kick, going to take a big hop and bounce straight up and down inside the 30, I believe, to the Luray 29-yard line is where they will start with the 3rd quarter game clock winding down, 1:46 to play. So 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs of Luray. Give it up the middle. Believe that was to Stevens. It was. He gained a couple up to the 27.
Tackle made by number 11, Carson Chin, and number 59, Matthew Tapscott. Brings up a 2nd down and 8 from the 27.
2nd down and 8 coming up from their own 27-yard line. Off to Fry on the far side, cutting back to the middle. Sheds some tackles, gets enough for the 1st down as he is tackled shy of the 35, or tackled shy of the 40 at the 38.
Number 5, Matthew Sipe.
I believe is where they spot it. He gained 11 again to take him over 100 yards rushing. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd, 28-14, Luray on top. They got the ball moving right to left, taking their time. They're going to give it to the near side this time. Jenkins bounces off a tackle, looking to cut back inside. He's wrapped up at the 50. He's got enough for another 1st down and a 12-yard gain. Jenkins, all 6 feet, 220 of him. The senior just rolling over people, up to 126 yards rushing now with a pair of touchdowns. Making a case for our Powell's Plumbing player of the game. 1st down and 10 from the 50, going right to left, under a minute to play in the 3rd. 2 touchdown lead. Oh, we got a false start. Good eye from the near side official.
False start call.
6th penalty of the contest for Luray. Stops the clock with 14 seconds to play here in the 3rd. First down and 15, and the clock will run out, and that will take us to the 4th quarter. Luray on top, 28-14 here on Clarke County. You're listening to Friday Night Football on 102.9, the Valley FM and 610 AM WXVA Winchester. Fourth quarter action with a 28-14 lead in favor of the visiting Luray Bulldogs. They got the ball first down and 15 from their own 45. They're going to give it up the middle again. Getting them all back is Fry, and he's off to the races. He's got some blockers in front now, cutting back inside to the middle where he will be brought down by the Clarke County defense, but not before he is downed at the 10. And now we got an injured Eagle down on the play. It was a big gain. They do spot it at the 10. So 45-yard gain for Kenny Fry. Gives him 150 yards rushing now on 14 carries with a touchdown. They tend to the injured Eagle on the far side. 28-14, Luray's got the lead. Yet let's step aside for a moment, and we'll be back after this. Clarke County Eagle player still down. Haven't gotten a number yet, but with 11:49 left in the contest and a 28-14 lead for Luray. They got the ball after a 45-yard run just now from Kenny Fry as they still attend to the injured Eagle on the far side. He's down inside the 5-yard line. As soon as we get a number, it is Matthew Sipe. It's number 5. He is now sitting up, which is a positive sign. Now, again, not going to speculate on what the injury possibly is or was, but it is the quarterback, Matthew Sipe, who had to come in and make a touchdown-saving tackle on the 45-yard run from Kenny Fry to keep Clarke County within 2 touchdowns. Now they're going to bring out the cart, and they're going to drive it down there to pick up Matthew Sipe. So not what you wanted if you are Clarke County. So Matthew Sipe being helped up and on to the cart. To the applause of the Clarke County faithful. So he's standing now, but hasn't moved yet. 11:49 to go with playoff implications on the line for both these teams. Luray on the road on senior night here. Clarke County up by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And now Sipe able to make it onto the cart. And now his teammates will jog over and give him some encouragement as they take him off. So hope everything is going to be okay for Matthew Sipe. Not something you want to ever see, but part of the game of football, injuries. So it'll be first down and goal from the 10-yard line for the Bulldogs of Luray when they are able to get back on the field. And now the cart is going to begin to drive off it. And now the Clarke County defense will have to come up with a stop here to keep this thing within striking distance for their team. So the offense back out there to resume play. On first down and goal, they're going to plow ahead with the quarterback on the keeper. And he stood up after a gain of 2. So Lipscomb gains a couple. Second down and goal now for the Bulldogs, up 28-14. Clock's going to start to roll again, 11:15 to go, fourth quarter. So here we go, second down and goal from the 8-yard line. Bulldogs got the football in Clarke County territory. They're going to give it to Fry, who is wrapped up and brought down. He's to the 5, I believe, maybe just inside the 5. So gain of 3 for Fry. Third down and goal from the 5-yard line now for the Bulldogs. Touchdown here would make it 3 scores with little time remaining for Clarke County. And now we got whistles and a false start. That'll bring them back. Third and goal from the 10 now. So that'll help the Clarke County defense. 10:21 to go here in the fourth. And the comeback will have to be done without the senior Matthew Sipe, and it'll fall on his younger brother's shoulders. Number 7, Tanner Sipe, is the backup quarterback for this Clarke County team. Third down and goal from the 10-yard line of Clarke County. Luray's got the ball going left to right, and now we got a whistle and a timeout. We'll pause 30 seconds, and we'll be back after this on 102.9 The Valley FM and 610 AM WXVA Winchester. Third down and goal from the 10-yard line for Luray. They got the ball going left to right. And now we'll get whistles. No flag, inadvertent flag thrown by the official. So they're going to wave off the flag. All right, so third down and goal once again from the 10-yard line for the Bulldogs of Luray. They're going to pitch it to Jenkins. He's going to spin back inside where he will be wrapped up at the 5-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down. So they are able to stand him up that time. And see if they go for it or if they're just going to take the points. Oh, we got a penalty, actually. Oh, it's going to be a hold.
Holding called against Luray.
That'll back them up 10 yards. Another third down and goal coming up. Clock's going to roll, under 10 minutes to go at 9:40 now. So third and goal from the 20-yard line for Luray. Third down and goal. They'll put Jenkins and Fry in the backfield. Taking the snap. Jenkins back to pass. The lefty's going to launch towards the end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Here comes Tanner Sipe, number 7. And he is able to force a turnover on third and goal. And Tanner Sipe comes up big for the Clarke County defense. The sophomore coming in for his injured brother forces a turnover, and now Clarke County maybe with a little bit of life. So Tanner Sipe into the ball game now. First down from their own 15. They need 2 scores. They're going to snap it right to Darlington. He's going to spin, keep the legs moving forward, and then he's brought down after a gain of 3. Darlington almost broke out of that pile, and it would have sprung him for a big gain, just couldn't quite do it. Second down. Now with 8:41 and counting, they got to go quick, down 28-14. Tanner Sipe by himself in the backfield. Looks like this is going to be a pass. Nope, it's going to be an end around to Booker. He's got blockers, but across the 20 he goes, and only able to gain about a yard for Will Booker on the ground that time. Liberty leads Handley 35-32. As that game just continues to be a shootout. You can catch that one on News Talk 1400 with Charles Harbaugh IV and Mark Mosley. Here in this one, winding down, 8 minutes to go. 28-14, Luray. Clarke County's got the ball in their own territory at their own 20. It's a third down. They're going to give it to Darlington. He's going to go off the right side. Look to turn the corner. He does. Now he's got some space, and the biggest run of the night for Kyler Darlington is going to pick up a first down as he crosses the 30-yard line to the 31 for a gain of 11.
All game last week. First time tonight.
And that will give Clarke County a fresh set of downs. Once again, down by 2 scores with 7.5 to go. Clock's going to start to roll here. And they got all 3 timeouts. But they got to score here to keep the hopes alive. Darlington with Tanner Sipe in the backfield. It's going to go to Sipe. He's going to spin and keep it himself out of the middle of the pile, and he's going to stay on his feet. He's not brought down yet. Oh, no, now they are, in fact, going to call it back and say he was down. I don't think his knee hit. And now we got an injured Bulldog. And that's number 11, Ryder Lipscomb. That's the quarterback for Luray. Millbrook also up on James Wood 21-0, pitching a shutout right now. So Sipe was able to gain 6 yards, I believe, on that carry. Ball will be just spotted shy of the 40-yard line at the 38. And there's 7:06 to play. And Lipscomb's going to walk off under his own power. I think he might have taken a knee on that play on the spin from Tanner Sipe. So second down and short coming up with 7:06 to play here in the fourth. It's a do-or-die drive for Clarke County. After the Tanner Sipe interception, looking to keep the chains moving here on second down and short. It's Darlington and Sipe. Booker in motion. They're going to give it to him. He's going to take it to the near side, split the defense, stay on his feet for a moment, and then he's tripped up at the 48-yard line. A gain of 10 for Will Booker. So Clarke County picks up a first down. Just shy of the 50 with 6.5 to go. Here we go, just shy of the 50, first down and 10. Again in motion, this time it'll be to Darlington. He's gonna go off the right. He won't go anywhere, gain a yard. And they gotta hurry up. Time is not their friend, down by 2 scores right now. 6:10 to play, second down and 9 to go after the Darlington run. Second down play for Tanner Sipe. It looks like he will split his receivers to the far side of the formation. That's the right side. He'll take the snap. He'll roll that way, but he's going to keep the football, and he's tackled from behind after a gain of 9. So third down and short coming up. Clock continues to roll. 5:28 to go. Clarke County might have to start thinking about taking a shot here. Here we go. Third down and about 2. Sipe's going to keep it again, bounce it off to the left-hand side, keep his feet moving it back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, we got a flag. That came in late.
There is a flag on the play.
Who's it on? They'll talk about it. Clock will stop momentarily. 28-14, Luray with the lead. Personal foul on the defense. That is going to be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down, and that's going to put Clarke County in Luray territory now. So be sure to stick around following our post-game wrap-up. We'll send you out to the Hanley-Liberty game where Liberty currently leads Hanley. And that one, our last update was 35-32. 4:53 to go. They're going to move the ball up, and it will be spotted at the 29-yard line of Luray. Sipe by himself in the backfield. Booker going to move in motion. Going to fake it to him. Sipe's going to keep it. Tanner Sipe up the middle. He gains 8. So Tanner Sipe coming in with a little bit of life for this Clarke County defense and offense. He's the man that came up with the interception on the goal line to force the turnover and get him back and keep this a 2-score game. Second down and 8. In Luray territory. Sipe again. Booker in motion. This time he's back to throw it. Tanner Sipe's going to air it out to the end zone. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Darlington, and Stevens broke it up. And I think Stevens might have to check out of the game. He stayed down for a moment. Might have a injured shoulder. That'll bring up 3rd down and 1 from the 20-yard line. 3.5 to go. Time, or 3:56 to go, rather, excuse me. Time not on Clarke County's side, but it does stop after the incomplete pass. 3rd down and 1. Sipe got Booker in motion. This time they'll give to him. He'll go to the near sideline. Just got to get a yard, and the clock's going to roll. Did he pick up enough for the first? Is he going to be short? It is just enough. He got 2. He needed 2, and he got 2. 1st down and 10 for Clarke County from the 18. The Luray Bulldog 18. 3:40 to play. Sipe's going to keep it. Up the middle. Not going to go anywhere. No gain for Tanner Sipe.
Number 7, Tanner Sipe on the carry.
Clock will continue to roll. 2nd down. Ball up to the 13, 14-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Here's Darlington with Sipe. Sipe's going to keep it. He's going to roll out, looking, in trouble. Tanner Sipe is sacked. That's going to hurt. First sack of the contest is a big one. And that'll bring up 3rd down and forever, but 4 down territory as you're down 28-14 with 2:36 to play. That's going to back them up to the 20. 30-yard line, excuse me. It'll be 3rd down and about 21 to go. Sipe by himself in the backfield. Passing situation. Gonna roll, make a move. He'll fire. It's caught, incomplete through the hands. In and out of his receiver's hands.
Sipe's pass intended for number 6, Will Booker.
Booker was the man, the intended target, and now 4th down and 21. They're going to need a big play to keep the hopes alive. They do have all 3 timeouts, but time not on their side here in the 4th quarter, and that's going to be a burn timeout with 2:07 to play.
Timeout, Clarke County.
Clarke County will use their first timeout. It'll be 4th down and 21. They want to talk about what they want to do. A 1st down here, they're going to need to get it inside that 10-yard line. They need to get to the 9. On 4th down and 21 with their sophomore quarterback in the contest now, trying to keep their playoff seeding hopes alive in this 5-game win streak. That score, or what would have been a score on 3rd and goal, was picked off by Tanner Sipe. (28-14) lead for Luray. On the road, the Bulldogs looking to snap a 2-game losing streak. Well, let's see what Clarke County has in their bag for 3rd down and 21, or 4th down and 21, with 2:07 to go here in the 4th. Sipe in the backfield by himself. They're going to give to Booker a double end around. Here comes the pass. He's in trouble. Wilson fires, and it's incomplete. And that's the ball game, folks, just about.
Hell was that?
Number 1, Taylor.
Wilson Taylor
Complete.
trying a little double reverse in the pass. Not going to work. 2 timeouts remain for Clarke County. 1:59 to go in the contest, but a 2-score deficit for the Eagles. See what Luray does. Under 2 to go. 2 timeouts for Clarke County, down 28-14. Lipscomb going to turn, hand it off. It's Jenkins nearing the sideline, looking to stay in bounds. He does. And I believe he gained 10. We're just about 9, gained 9.
Tackle made by number 1, Wilson Taylor, number 7, Tanner Sipe.
Sipe able to make the tackle. Second down, and 1 clock will roll, minute 30. And if they pick up this first down, likely take a knee or two, and that'll be that. So it looks like the Clarke County 5-game win streak is going to come to an end, and Luray is going to snap their 2-game losing streak and avenge last year's 14-0 loss to this Clarke County side. Lipscomb goes under center on 2nd and 1. He'll turn. He'll give. It's Fry. Bouncing to the outside. Did he get enough for the first? I believe he did. He got a yard, and he needed a yard. Under a minute to play. See if they move it. Nah. It is a first down, so that is going to do it. I believe one more snap and a knee will do it for Clarke County. And Luray's going to go on the road victorious. First down and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Victory formation for the Bulldogs. 1 snap, and this game will be over. But first, we have a delay of game. So now they don't necessarily even have to snap the ball. Clock down, stopped at 17 seconds. 1 snap in victory formation for Ryder Lipscomb. There's the knee, and Luray will be victorious. 28-14 victory over Clarke County. It was a last-ditch effort from the Eagles, but a big sack on 3rd down, or on 2nd down. Dropped them back, and Clarke County unfortunately loses senior night and loses Matthew Sipe. Hopefully he'll be all right and ready to go in a couple of weeks. But Luray victorious 28-14. Let's get your final stat lines for both sides after this when we come back on 102.9 The Valley FM. Back here from Clarke County, final score, Luray 28, Clarke County 14 is the final, and Clarke County's 5-game win streak comes to an end, and Luray snaps their 2-game losing streak. Final stats for Clarke County: not the best game on the ground for Kyler Darlington, 11 rushes for 36 yards. Booker, 4 rushes for 12 yards. A couple of touches for Matt Sipe with a touchdown for 9 yards as well. And one more rush for Tanner Sipe. He came into the game late, 4 rushes for 23 yards. And then in the air, Matthew Sipe, 4 of 11 for 64 yards and a touchdown pass that came on the 63-yard strike to Will Booker, who had 1 catch for 63 yards. And then Sansom, 2 catches for a yard. And that are the final stats for Clarke County. For Luray, on the ground, it is Brady Jenkins, 16 yards, 135 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. Kenny Fry, 16 touches for 154 yards and a touchdown. He is your Powell Plumbing Player of the Game. followed up by Ryder Lipscomb's 9 rushes for 54 yards and a touchdown. 5 rushes for Stevens for 9 yards. And then in the air, it was 2 of 4 passing from Lipscomb for 30 yards and a couple of catches, one for Ansel for 11 and Jenkins for 19. And that is your final stat line for both sides. Once again, 28-14 final from Clarke County. Luray victorious and snaps their 2-game losing streak and ends Clarke County's 5-game winning streak in hopes for a home playoff game. It looks like Luray will finish near the top of the Bull Run district. So Luray moves to 7-2 on the year, 3-2 in the district. Clarke County falls to 6-3 on the season, 2-3 in the Bull Run district as well. That'll do it for us here on 102.9 The Valley FM and 610 AM WXVA Winchester. Get ready for bonus coverage from Charles Harbaugh IV and Mark Mosley over at Liberty and Hanley. You will catch the end of that, and then it'll be time for the 5th quarter. We're back. More Friday Night Football next week with Sharando at Kettle Run and Clarke County at Page County. I'm Kyle Borg saying have a great rest of your night and a great weekend, and enjoy bonus coverage.